Leaders, Power Pastor boosts your energy.
The Bureau of Public Procurement wishes to call on federal ministries, departments and agencies to develop comprehensive procurement plans for faster and efficient implementation of this year's budget. The BPP recommends the following steps. Revive, reconstitute the Procurement Planning Committee in your MDA. The procurement should review the procurement needs of your organization in line with budgetary provision in this year's budget. The Procurement Planning Committee should arrange all procurement activities in their order of priority, with clear objectives, timelines for implementation, and cost estimates. The Procurement Planning Committee should determine the most efficient competitive procurement method. The Procurement Planning Committee should seek all relevant approvals of the procurement plan. Request for procurement planning software already developed by the BPP for guidance. For more information, visit BPP website.
From Lagos, the nation's commercial capital, this is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, Harriet Agbe.
Hello and welcome. Tonight, the Edo State citizens elect local government chairman and councillors, but election is postponed in 3 local governments. The People's Democratic Party in Rivers State holds solidarity rally for Governor Chibuike Amechi. National Population Commission set to review 2004 policy to tackle the nation's current challenges. And relief in Boston as the second suspect in the marathon bombing is arrested. On business news tonight, the Nigerian Communications Commission is set to roll out the drums as it prepares to launch the mobile number portability.
And Nigeria's Golden Eagles hit 7 past the Congo as they book a place to the World Cup of Finals in the United Arab Emirates for under 17.
For the Edo State Independent Electoral Commission has postponed local government elections in 3 local governments. ETIEC Chairman Solomon Ogo said the elections in Ikpogba and Oredo local government areas had to be put on hold owing to inadequate materials for the councillorship polls. Fresh elections will be conducted in the affected areas only on Thursday next week. Voting was conducted in the 16 other local government areas as indigents chose local council chairmen and councillors, but the government restricted movement between the hours of 6 a.m. and 5 p.m. to allow for a smooth process. Over 5,000 policemen were deployed across the 18 local government councils.
So that is one negative report I've received. The second one is from Urum, where the Minister of Works brought a team of mobile police to the police booth. You all know what the electoral law says, that on election day, political office holders, including the governor, can't go to a police booth with armed mobile police. That is why as I'm coming here now, I'm entitled to mobile police. I ask them to stay away because that is the law.
From all I can gather, there was no arrangement in place by ETSEC. They took over the award of contracts for the ballot papers and all the materials for the election, and that is why we are in this mess today. Everywhere in the state I'm receiving phone calls from the field that they've not started accreditation, not to talk of voting for the election. In the case of Ikpobaoka and Loreto, the materials released that only for those of chairmanship candidates. They don't have ballot papers for those who are contesting the position of councillor in the two local governments. So it's a big disappointment, and this is a very hard lesson for the government, the ACN government in Edo State. It is always easy to criticize. If you remember, during
Human rights activist Mr. Shehu Sani has described the process of setting up a 26-man amnesty committee for Boko Haram as faulty and has rejected his nomination. His rejection is coming at a time the president of the Islamic Council of Nigeria, Sheikh Lemu, says the offer should be seen as a service to God and to one's fatherland. They believe that dialogue remains the only way out of the security crisis in the country, as the use of force will not do any good. Our correspondent, Chukuma Nwekwusi, reports.
You are giving me a job to do. First and foremost, I have the right to be asked whether I'm interested in the job or not.
It is no longer news
Secondly,
that he rejected to serve because, according to was not officially consulted by the government before putting his name in the committee for amnesty for Boko Haram. What may be news is what he wants the government to do first.
We need to do our homework first. Consultation with the insurgents and see what is their feeling about this and how are they disposed to this idea before we go public. But now the government went public with the issue of amnesty, and the insurgents now came out clearly and said they are opposed to the amnesty. So if the insurgents have now opposed the amnesty, what is the use of an amnesty committee?
On his part, one of the most respected Islamic scholars in the country regards his membership of the committee as a call for national service.
If you decide that no, until Mr. President will come, whether on his knees or will send somebody or not, to say, Mr. So-and-so, this is what the nation, you will not come forward and contribute it. I'm working for the sake of God.
Sani says without the Boko Haram members having a representative,
We do apologize. We seem to be having a problem with that report. Now, still talking about the Boko Haram issue, former Deputy Senate President Ibrahim Mandu has described as, quote, very ridiculous, the decision by the militant sect Boko Haram to reject the proposed amnesty plan for the group by the federal government. This, according to him, amounts to grandstanding and shows further that the sect is not ready to embrace peace.
There is no normal human being that will reject peace, because peace and stability, like I said to you, is the basis upon which every other thing can be built. If there is no peace and stability, we can't be here. We are here because there is no crisis on the way. If they were fighting and there is violence all over the place, nobody will be here. So I think that there is no normal human being will reject peace and stability. And I think I would rather say that those who are rejecting peace and stability are definitely misquoted. Because what are they looking for? They are looking for peace. Even if they have some agitations and some axes to grind, it is because something has been done wrongly or they have been offended one way or the other. So this is an opportunity for them and a peaceful atmosphere to talk. You will recall that all over the world, even where there are wars between nations and nations, they